Imagine clocking in for a routine night shift, only to find the manager in the back kitchen secretly frying severed human fingers. In another corner of the same fast food narrative, that legendary blend of 11 herbs and spices has been replaced by highly addictive illegal narcotics to ensure customer loyalty. These stories represent a massive internet phenomenon where digital horror anthologies and creepypastas regularly pull in millions of viewers. This new wave of fiction has moved away from the haunted castles and dark woods of classic folklore, focusing instead on the mundane and boring locations of our daily routines. To understand the anxieties of the internet generation, we have to look at the 3 specific safe spaces that these stories systematically dismantle. This vintage KFC building represents the first subverted safe space, the commercial restaurant. It is a setting defined by its perfect nostalgic normality. These modern narratives tap into a deeply repressed anxiety regarding mass-produced food and the opaque machinery of corporate greed. The horror typically peaks when the customer's body is physically altered or destroyed by the very product they paid to consume. It highlights the vulnerability of the modern consumer, who blindly trusts their health to faceless corporations and anonymous, underpaid shift workers. This brand of horror works by exposing the fragile, blind faith required to participate in the capitalist systems that feed us. The subversion then moves to the community tradition, specifically the neighborhood rituals surrounding Halloween. This photo of a smiling police officer handing out treats captures the foundational social contract of the suburbs, the absolute trust that our neighbors are good. The story of Mr. Angus destroys this contract. He is the new neighbor who weaponizes that trust by distributing poisoned homemade candy to every child on the block. Mr. Angus views the holiday as a return to its ancient roots, using the modern neighborhood as the setting for a horrific pagan mass sacrifice. This corrupted community narrative strips away the illusion of the friendly neighbor, revealing the people living next door as completely unknowable strangers. The final safe space targeted by these stories is the most intimate of all, the domestic sphere, our supposed inner sanctum. This terror bypasses our locked doors and enters through simple economics, the common necessity of buying cheap furniture at a neighborhood garage sale. The text explores the consequences of these bargains, like a second-hand jewelry box that possesses a wife, or an antique wardrobe that attempts to suffocate a child. A second vector of domestic intrusion comes from the harsh reality of the modern rental market, where we are often forced to share our homes with strangers. Consider the case of the seemingly kind roommate, Natalie, who is discovered to be keeping the rotting corpse of her high school crush propped up at the dinner table. This category of horror demonstrates that fortifying a house is a useless gesture when financial necessity has already invited the danger inside. Collectively, these narratives map out a rigorous taxonomy of modern paranoia. The supernatural elements, the ghosts and witches, function merely as metaphorical window dressing. The true monsters of the internet age are the everyday figures we encounter: the manager, the neighbor, and the roommate. These digital urban legends resonate because they weaponize the unavoidable daily betrayals of trust required to simply function in society. Modern internet folklore suggests the most profound terror of the 21st century exists in plain sight, hidden within our own mundane routines.